Hi everyone, this is Sheshe coming on to do a tutorial on how I made this ornament angel. It looks like this and it's made with the alphabet punch board, and you can actually just make it into a bow embellishment. It's really up to you, but we're going to do everything with the alphabet punch board. You can also substitute the head with a circle of your choice. You don't have to use the bits that come out of this punch right here because it is rather large. But I thought if someone doesn't have a circle punch, that would be an alternative. So this is how it looks once it's completed. If you want to try this, this is just an idea. People always come onto my channel and ask for more ways you can use your board, and I thought I would come up with another use. So let's get started. What do you need? You need a strip of your favorite papers. I'm using glitter cardstock cut at 1 inch by 5 inches. This is for your bow. And then the smaller pieces for the tails going across is 3/4 of an inch by 3 inches. Okay, and the bottom is that as well. Now when you make your punches going in, it's going to be very, very thin in the middle, so be careful. So what I've done is, if you see my other tutorials, I took a marker and I marked a line. I'm going to zoom in so you can see my little line. And I made it flush with this edge of this little circle, and that helps me with my guide when I'm doing my bows. And it's optional, you can use yours with a pencil. I'm not going to sell my board, so it's fine, and I don't care that there's a marker. So that's just a little tip when you're making your punches, and that's how I'm going to show you in the tutorial how I do them. So when I'm giving you instructions, that's just what I thought I would say. Okay. I'm also going to use some hot glue, and that's just for the little center, because it's really hard to put on this little piece right here when you're gluing that. So I'll heat up the hot glue gun when we get there. So first, I'm going to start with the bow portion of the ornament. So it's a little different than what you've seen in the past. So what I do is I start with the punch in the middle. So you just slide it in and give it a punch, like so. Okay, on one side, you're going to line up your punch with this line right here and give it another punch. And it's going to look a little weird. I have to stand up and punch. So it's going to look like that. Okay. Then you're going to flip it over like that. Okay. And do it again, just on the one side. Okay, so when you're done, it looks like this. This is just for one side, okay? Then you turn it over, and then you line it up with this line. Slide it in. Oh, actually, let's do the middle. I'm sorry. Let's do the middle, like that. Okay, so this is what we have so far. Okay, so then we're going to line it up with this line right here, and we're going to round off the bow. It's going to give you a very interesting design. Okay, that's what it looks like. We're going to turn it over. And it looks like that. We're going to turn it over again, line it up, punched. And then we need to do this side for that triangle punch. Okay, so this is what it looks like. Looks really weird, doesn't it? Okay, now you need some scissors. We're going to make some cuts on both sides of this design. We're going to snip in all the way to this area, just like that. Snip in all the way to this area right here, just like me. Okay, then we're going to cut right here. So that's how it looks. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Snip all the way to this area. Snip all the way to this area on this side. Like that. And then when you cut, give it just enough right here. Okay. So that's how it looks. Let's just trim a little bit on this side. Alright. So this is how your bow looks. Really interesting design. Okay, so I'm going to set this aside. We're going to punch the other tails. So I have two here. We're just going to slide this in and line it up with that line. Turn it or flip it, it's up to you. And get it as close to that line as possible. And this is how it looks, like it's barely holding on for dear life. Then you're going to get this as close to the center as possible and give it a punch. Turn it or flip it. And punch it again. Okay, so here are your tails. We're going to do it a second time. So one's the wings and one is the bottom part of the angel. You're just repeating the same steps. And we're going to slide that in just like so. And get it as close to the center as possible. And there you go. That's how it looks. All right. So we have our bow completed. Now you'll need something to curl your petals and some glue. So you just click on, you just go ahead and get your favorite adhesive, and I'm going to take my board away, and then you can clean up the mess from the board. You'll also need a halo. So what I have here is a circle punch, and then I also have like a smaller circle. So I'm going to show you how I get the little halo. So I use this is a 1/2 inch circle. So what I do is I first punch it like this. Let's see. Let's do it on this edge right here. So I first punch it like this. Okay. And then I take this circle, which is 13/16 of an inch. It's really your choice, what you have in your stash. And then I just fit it over that little hole and get it lined up as close to the center as I can. You can use a die if you have that. And then I give it a punch. Okay, and then I'll show you what I do next with this halo. Okay, so that's my halo. So I'm going to slide that over. Alright, it's okay that it wasn't centered because I'll show you what I do with it, but one portion gets bent or folded, so I just need this part of the halo to show. So I'll show you that in a moment. Alright, you'll need something to curl your bow. So I hope you can see this, what I have so far. And then you'll need some glue. Alright, so this is how the bow looks. Now I'm going to curl the bow with my paintbrush. Just make sure it's going to be a nice shaped bow. I'm going to take one end and fold it down, and then the other end. So this is how it looks on the other side once it's glued. So it's an interesting shape. So I'm just going to take some glue and hold it down. Now for this tutorial, I'm going to use a circle punch, which is a smaller head for the angel, and see how that one looks. So that's how my bow looks right now. For the tails, I'm going to cut 1 in half. Like so. And then I'm going to glue the pieces together. Like that. For this part of the angel, these are like the wings. This will go on the bow like that. So I'm just going to put some glue right here. And this will just get stuck down in there. And this one will go right in here. So we'll just put all this together. And this is how it's looking so far. Alright. And I use the same circle punch for the head of the angel. this. Okay, we're going to let that dry. All right, for the angel head, we're going to take this part and fold it. Just like that. And then we're going to glue this onto the back of the angel's head. So that's how it's looking so far. Let's see if this is dry now. Okay, and then we'll attach the head onto the body of the bow. I'm trying to think, should I put a strip to give it a little bit more height? It's really up to you. If you want to give the head a little bit more height, like give it a neck or something. But for now, I'm just going to attach the head with this little edge. That's pretty much how you make the angel. And then for the embellishment center, you just take some hot glue. I'm going to heat up my hot glue gun. And let's see if I have something. I was going to use this one for the center. I also have this right here, and all I do is take a strip and I use this little punch. I fold it over and I glue the ends, and then I take this punch right here and punch a hole in the little strip. And this is where your thread is going to go. And then you can glue that on the back of the head of the angel. It's not perfectly centered because I'm on camera, of course. and press that in there. And so here is your ornament, and then all you have to do is just thread through the thread that you want. So let's see, what do I have here? Since I did a purple embellishment, I'll use purple. So you can use this as a bow or a Christmas ornament. It's really up to you and how you want to package your gifts. So here you have it. I'll zoom out just a little bit. All right. So here is my first one that I did. The head was a lot bigger. And then here is the one I did the second time, and the head was a little bit smaller, and the halo. So angel bows made with the alphabet punch board. Got some glue strings here, but this is how it all turns out. So I hope you will give this a try. It's just another idea. Hopefully I won't run out of ideas. I do have one more. Hopefully you will like that one as well. But I thought I would come on for a Christmas idea, since Christmas is right around the corner, and inspire. Okay, so take care and have a fabulous day.